All rise. It's my time, I thought they would've told you, whoa, whoa. Got the whole world in the back of the whip and they yelling, go, go. I won't stop until I die, oh no, oh no.
Welcome back to At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis. More than a fuel station, more than a convenience store, it's your one-stop travel shop, and we have one of our first Tanager Talks of the school year, brought to you by Dakota Realty. It's with golfer Rylan Moran. Rylan, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, I am doing great. And, you know, I tell you what, before we start talking golf, let's just have people that maybe don't know you. Let's have you take a moment to introduce yourself, talk about you, your family, and just kind of give us a thumbnail sketch of you.
Yeah. So I lived in Vermillion my whole life. Some of my family is from here. My dad's from Wisconsin. Yeah, I come from a big golfing family. My grandpa and my mom used to coach at USD. My dad is not so much a golfer. My sister, on the other hand, she went to University of Sioux Falls for golf. So, yeah.
All right, and I tell you what, let's give your parents and siblings a shout-out. What are their names?
Yeah, my mom is Jenny, my dad is Mike, and my sister is Kylie.
All right, and so your sister went to USF. Did she graduate already, or?
Yeah, she went to PT school at USD, and I actually helped move her in last month. She got a job down at Kansas State with her fiance, so
Oh, wow.
they're doing well down there.
All right, and then what year in school are you?
I'm a sophomore this year.
All right, so as a sophomore, you know, plenty of time left, but have you thought about what you want to do after high school?
I definitely want to go play golf somewhere. I've not really been thinking too much about it, but yeah, I definitely want to play golf somewhere.
All right, excellent. Now, you know, you're a sophomore. You scored really well at the first tournament, finishing in second place.
Yeah.
How long have you been golfing? When did you pick up your first club and start swinging in a real intentional manner?
Well, I started playing competition golf at probably right around 8, 9 years old, and I've kept with it ever since. Played a few sports here and there. Started off with wrestling for about, I want to say, 7 years, and then I dropped it going into middle school. I was also doing baseball at the time. Had to drop baseball for golf. It's too much. And yeah, so now I'm doing swimming in the wintertime, and that's about it.
And is that's competitive swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, so swimming and golf are kind of your two primary sports.
Yep.
All right, now if somebody said you can only do, and I kind of have a feeling since you say you want to do it in college, if you could only do one sport, what would it be?
It would definitely be golf.
All right, what is it about the sport of golf that draws you to it?
I don't know. It's just whenever I get out on the golf course and, you know, getting out there just relaxes my mind, I feel like. Whenever I hit a good shot, it just feels so good. Yeah, I just really like working out there. Got a good staff out there. Yeah.
All right. Now, what are the strengths of your game? Because, you know, watching the PGA, you know, some guys have a good long game. Some guys have a good short game. Some guys have the mid-range. What's your strength? What do you really know in any given tournament? It's like, this is going to work for me. It's the rest of it that I need to keep intact.
Yeah. I would definitely say my short game is pretty good. My long game, not the greatest. I mean, I hit the ball a decent amount. It's just my irons in are pretty good, and then my wedges are pretty solid. My putting is pretty good. So
okay.
I mean, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so I don't hit the ball as far as all the other guys, but I can definitely keep with them with my short game, and yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. Now, coming out in that first match, that first tournament, finishing in second, did you feel like heading into that was a possibility for you?
I mean, I knew the course well. I knew that the conditions were going to be pretty tough. I mean, the last 2 years that we've gone up there, it's been pouring rain. And when we first got up there on the range and stuff, it was sprinkling every now and then, so the grips got a little wet and stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't the greatest conditions. There was quite a bit of wind. But, yeah, I knew I could shoot good scores right around even par, maybe under a little bit. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result of that. Yeah, 34 on the front. It was a pretty good front nine. I had 4 birdies and 2 bogeys, and then the back nine, I just kind of dropped it off. I just had 3 bogeys, and that was about it.
And, as a sophomore, you've been golfing for a while, but, you obviously have room to improve. How good does it feel to get your season started off with such a great performance?
Oh, it definitely feels good. I mean, I've been working really hard all summer. And, yeah, in the first tournament, it really kind of showed that I've been working out there all summer. But, yeah.
All right. Now, you played against a number of really good teams. I mean, you played against Dakota Valley, West Central, Aberdeen, Roncalli, Sioux Falls Christian. These are teams that are going to be right in the thick of it all season long and at state. So you're competing against some of the best in your class. As a team, how do you guys feel coming out of that?
We felt like, you can always shave a couple strokes here and there. I hit a bad tee shot here. I hit a bad 3-putt there. As a team, you can always improve. But golf is one of the sports that you can't play defense. You just gotta you can't control what the other teams are shooting. They're playing their own game, but yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about how the rest of the season's going to go, what some of your expectations are. But like I told you, I have some icebreakers. Do you think you're ready for them?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
First one's usually has been surprisingly low-hanging fruit. People usually have an answer at the ready. So I'm going to toss it out there. You have one final meal. What's it going to be?
Ooh. I would say some really good sushi rolls.
All right. Now, from somewhere specific, or do you guys is that something your family makes?
No, we go to Crave in Sioux Falls every now and then.
Okay. No, that sounds good. Now, is there a particular one that you like a certain?
I really like the Californian rolls. They're just, I don't know, something about it is just perfect to me.
All right. Well, I believe that's the first sushi rolls that I've had. So we are off to a good start. We are off to a really good start. Now, the next one, I hope you're a music fan. You can see any 3 musical artists from throughout history, so living or dead, live in concert. Who would you choose to see?
I would say Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, or probably like Treaty Oak Revival or something like that.
Now, who was that last one?
Treaty Oak Revival.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. All right. That would be an excellent show.
Yeah.
All right, see, we are clicking right along. These are some good ones. Now, this next one is time travel / history. You can travel back to any point in history and be guaranteed safe return one time. To when are you traveling and why?
I would say if I could travel back, I would go back to the Jack Nicklaus era.
Oh.
And then if I could travel back, I'd come back to Tiger Woods era and just compare the two legacies.
All right. I tell you,
In my own
growing.
opinion,
No, go ahead.
yeah. In my own opinion, I just figure out who's the best one. Right now, I would probably say Tiger Woods, but Jack's up there.
I'll tell you, I would love to see Jack, because he was a student of the game. I'd love to see him with the technology and also the development of training.
Yes.
For years growing up, golf was it was guys going out there and working on their game. David Duval was really the first one who started working out, and Tiger took it to a whole nother level. And so I'd like to see how they compared if Jack had that kind of understanding of it. I think it was a lack of understanding, because I tell you, watching Jack Nicklaus play, and even growing up, I was on the back end of his career. He was still something to marvel. He was something amazing. But I saw Tiger in his prime, and Tiger was something to watch as well. So I kind of take it those are kind of your two favorite golfers of all time.
Yeah, I would say, those two of all time, and then right now my favorite is probably Victor Hovland.
Really?
Norwegian. Yep.
All right, that's not a name I would have thought. Now, what is it about his game?
I don't know. It's just, he went to a dream college, Oklahoma State, and he's just he's a very energetic guy. I love his interview talks where he just jokes around sometimes, and he's just seems like a fun guy to hang out with, in my opinion.
All right. Well, I like that because, a lot of names that you hear dropped for golfers are, obviously Scheffler and DeChambeau, and you still have your McIlroys and Spieths and stuff like that. But that was an interesting one. Okay, I like that. You're definitely a student of the game, obviously, if you're able to kind of pick out maybe somebody that's maybe next level down.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't seem dismissive of him, but you have your casual fans that know the names I just tossed off, because I'm not an in-depth student, so those are names I knew. No, that's very interesting. I like that. I like that you have somebody that you like to follow, and it's also seems like it's more than just his golf game. It's his life and his personality as well.
His personality is just so fun, so energetic, such a funny guy. Just making jokes on the first tee. Just even in interviews, he's just constantly just laughing at himself, just everything.
Well, excellent. Now, do you try to keep that kind of loose energy, fun energy as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to tournaments is obviously stressful, but sometimes under pressure, the best thing to do is just take your mind off of it.
Well, I think that's exactly right. All right, excellent. Well, cool. You are just knocking these out of the park, I got to tell you. All right. Your next one is, money is no object, but you can only buy one thing. What would it be?
Ooh. That is a good one. I would probably say I would buy out my own golf course somewhere down in maybe Florida, maybe Arizona, just, own that and live down there, maybe build a house on the course.
All right. I was wondering if that's the way you'd go, because what I like about it is you could also make some money off it. It could be self-sustaining. So you get to golf for free all you want, plus you're living there, and you get to charge some money and, make some money off it as well. I like it. It's a good investment. Good thinking. All right. Now, finally, and this one can have multiple answers, because you might have some athletes, some golfers, or celebrities that you look up to and say, okay, you hold them up. But you probably have some in your personal life as well. So who would be some people for you that you hold up as an example and say, if I can live my life like him or her, I will consider myself a success, whether you think that's going to be financial, career, or just in life where they're respected and treat people with respect. Who might some of those people be for you?
Ooh, I would definitely say I look up to my uncle sometimes because following in his footsteps, hopefully, him going pro for a little while, going to a university for golf, and yeah, he's just
Well, now may I ask who your uncle is?
yeah. My uncle is Adam Chandler.
Oh,
He's over at First Dakota.
yeah. All right. I didn't know he went pro for a little bit. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yep.
that is a fine example, and obviously, somebody you look up to both on a personal level and professional level in what you're wanting to do.
Yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Well, great. Okay, that is a really good answer. See,
Thanks.
you handled those well. I knew you weren't expecting oddball questions like that, but you did great. You did great. All right, so I tell you what, let's wrap it up by just talking about golf. So you guys are just getting started, but
Yep.
you guys return a lot of really good golfers. I mean, yourself and Carter and Trey and
Trey.
Cade, and Coop. I mean, you guys have a really good stable of golfers, and your coach has been a steady hand for years. Is there any ceiling? Is there any ceiling to you guys, or, I mean, are you guys thinking we can bring a state championship back to Vermillion again?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, coming off of last year, what happened at state? Trey breaking his elbow, kind of night before the first day, that kind of threw a wrench in things, and I mean, proved to us a lot. I mean, that we have a super stacked and filled team, that we can, kind of use different scores here and there, and we don't really depend on one person to shoot really good scores. We all can kind of shoot right around there. Even under pressure like at state last year, I mean, we proved it to ourselves. But yeah, state this year will be at Hartford, which we just played at. Yeah, I think we don't have much to prove, but yeah.
All right. And when is your next match? When do you guys play again?
We play again this coming Monday, up at Del Rapids, up at their course called Rocky Run. It's a fun course, so really excited for that one.
All right. And excluding the Bluffs, do you have a favorite course in the state of South Dakota or in the area that you like to play on?
Not that I've played on, but I would really like to go up to Sutton Bay, play that course. Seems, I don't know, just something about it just seems really nice. Top-rated golf course, one of the top-rated golf courses in the state. Yeah, and around here, Two Rivers, before it got flooded, I kind of like that course. Super tight, super narrow. Don't always have to hit driver off the tee, but yeah, one of the harder courses that I've played around here is down in Dakota Dunes at their country club there.
Okay.
It's a really nice course right on the river there. Yeah, just in super good condition always. So super fun down there.
All right. Well,
and the Bluffs obviously is
and the
pretty
Bluffs,
good condition. Yeah.
they do a really nice job there. And so,
Yes, they do.
all right. Now I tell you, you're just starting your sophomore year of high school, but so obviously you probably don't have a favorite class yet this year. But did you have a favorite class last year, your first year in high school?
I would say probably strength and conditioning or lifting. In the weight room there, kind of got myself into lifting a little bit. So yeah.
Okay. Now, that's interesting because there are some people who are like, oh, you don't want to lift too much as a golfer, but so do you focus on certain exercises? Because as a golfer, you are torquing and contorting in a certain way that obviously there are some muscles that you want to keep a little looser rather than being tight muscles. Are there certain exercises, and does the staff work with you on stuff like that?
Not usually. I just kind of figure out what I need to work on. I mean, just kind of one day hit chest, maybe hit arms a couple times, but yeah, it doesn't. I don't really change it all that much. I just try not to do too much and get myself hurt. And
Yeah. Well, and it's more just having that muscle there. You don't necessarily need to get big and bulky. You just want to have that muscle to get a few extra yards on a drive, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, I tell you what, Rylan, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk with me today. I really appreciate it. I saw your name come up on that leaderboard, and I thought, you know what, that's who I want to talk to, because I've talked to Trey and I've talked to Carter, and so I'm trying to spread the wealth a little bit, and I'm so glad I did. You've been so fun to talk to. I really appreciate it, and I just want to wish you the best of luck on the rest of the season, and maybe as you guys get ready to go to state, knock on wood, we can touch base again.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah, really appreciate you reaching out, and yeah.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Well, I tell you what, a little late in the evening, I will let you go, but you have a great night, and we will talk to you later.
You as well.
All right. Thanks so much, man.
Yep.
Thanks. Bye. That was Rylan Moran of the Vermillion Tanagers boys golf team, who finished second at their recent West Central invite. Featured a number of great teams, including Dakota Valley, West Central, Sioux Falls Christian, and so many more. Teams that they're going to have to battle to get back to state and to get back to win state. And Rylan's going to be a big part of that as a sophomore, just a sophomore. Him and Trey Hansen and Carter Hansen, Cooper Gerard, Cade Roovers, and I am forgetting somebody. And Carson Preister. I knew it. I could see it. So Carson Preister. So congratulations to them. They finished second. And it was only 5 strokes back. Only 5 strokes back at Dakota Valley. And they were 14 strokes ahead of West Central. So those two teams really pulled away. And 5 strokes, when you're talking that many players, it's 1 stroke per member. So, I mean, Rylan finished second. Trey and Carter finished tied for 4th. Cooper Gerard finished tied for 15th. Cade was tied for 34th, and Carson tied for 39th. So really nice performance by that Tanager squad, first match out of the gate. And so we're gonna keep an eye on them as we continue on. But this has been a Tanager Talk brought to you by Dakota Realty here on ESPN Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton. We'll be right back.